We are 4 days out from Valencia Marathon, and I'm going to take out my new shoes. I got my shoes to the race. Up until now, I've always worn either Vaporfly or Alphafly in marathon in any races. The last 2 marathons I've done in a pair of Alphaflies, but they fell apart on me. So I decided I'm not going to spend the money getting another pair of Nike Alphaflies, because I just think, although they were super comfortable shoes, they just weren't good value for money. So everybody's gone on about the Adidas Pros. So I got myself a pair of Adidas Pros for the Valencia Marathon. So I'm going to take them out now and do the last little bit of a run on them before I put them back in the box and keep them wrapped up safe for the marathon. So yeah, I'm interested to see how they go, because this year I did most of my training miles where I used carbon shoes. I used that Adidas Strung, the Prime Strung, and I found it's absolutely fantastic. And I've worn Adidas Duramos a couple of times over the last couple of years. And I always find them really comfortable, really nice, and very durable. They last really long. I used to wear Ultra Boost a couple of years ago, and I always got like huge mileage out of them. So I just thought, I'm not going to go with the Alphaflies again, because like I said, they fell apart in Dublin Marathon. Just on the bus on the way in, I realised there was a crack in the sole, and then after the race, when I looked at the whole sole was just ruined. So yeah, pretty much got to put them in the bin. I can't even do any easy miles on them, or even like a couple of 5k races, because the sole has just destroyed them. So anyway, we'll take out the new Adidas and see how they are. Right, made my way down to the park. Time to get out, do a bit of a run now. Today's session is just 4 times 1k at marathon pace, so a nice easy session. Probably about 2-minute interval in between, just to kind of keep it ticking over, and then a little cool down, see how we feel. Warm up down to the park. It's a lot colder today than I thought it was going to be. I left my gloves in the car, and that's turned out to be a bit of a bad choice. Anyway, the shoes feel great so far. I feel a little bit tighter than the Alphaflies would, but nice and comfortable, and the grip is really good. But it always isn't Adidas shoes, because they have that Continental sole on them. But it is kind of slippy today. There's lots of dead leaves, decaying leaves on the ground. The Adidas feel pretty good. No problems with them so far. Right, down onto the avenue. Last time doing a little session here for the year. Just 4 by 1 kilometers, working at marathon pace. Rep 1 done. First rep felt really easy. Just finished there. Ran that one at 4:16 per kilometer, which is about 6 or 7 seconds too fast, but that's alright. Felt good. It's a lovely morning, nice and crisp, and I'm really enjoying it. Right, down to the bottom of the avenue, turn around, back we go again. It's almost perfect for a 1 kilometer along the dead straight road, and then 2 minutes easy at the end takes me right to the very end. I think it's a mile in total from top to bottom, so time to pick it up again. Rep 2 done, felt good. That one was 4:17 per kilometer. The shoes feel great, nice and comfy. A tiny little bit of discomfort under the left sole. I think I just haven't got the laces done properly. I need to just loosen them and retighten them. But the sole, the grip, and the movement when you're running feels absolutely fantastic. I'm delighted with these shoes so far. Alright, that's it. Rep number 4 done. Last one came in at 4:14, so I think it was a 4:16, 4:17, 4:16, 4:14 per kilometer, which is fine. Legs felt good, body feels great. The taper is obviously going well because I feel good. The shoes feel fantastic. Just as I'm slowing down now, the right one feels like it's tight, a little bit too tight, but like I said, I just need to adjust the laces. I'll loosen them out now and tie them up properly when I finish. And that's pretty much it in these shoes. The next time I wear them, we'll be doing the little shakeout in Valencia and then the marathon, but so far they feel great. I'm so lucky about where I live in Dublin. There's so many nice places to run, and this is one of my favourite places in St Dan's Park down in Raheny. It's absolutely beautiful. It's so nice when the sun shines through the trees. Kind of sun flickers against your face when you're running. It's really nice. It's really peaceful, and yet so energetic, particularly in the spring and summer when this place is in full bloom. But I love it down here. Okay, so that run went really well. I was really pleased with how it went. Felt really good. Like I said in the run, I didn't really taper going into the Dublin Marathon. I kind of dipped off a little bit, kind of a generalised taper, but the mileage remained pretty high, so I just reduced the intensity going into Dublin. But this time I felt much fresher today on the Wednesday than I did going into the Dublin Marathon the Wednesday before that. Yeah, so good run in the Adidas Pro 4. I'm well pleased with the shoe. I really like it. I love the colour and it matches my socks, which is great. But yeah, it's a really light shoe, and it feels, like I said, I've only worn Nike Super shoes up until now, and the upper on the Nike Super shoes is really flimsy. And I mean, this one's fairly flimsy as well, but when I say flimsy, I never had a problem with the Nike one. It's held really well. I never had any toe bursting through the front. I never had any splits on the side here, which is quite often what I would have got in years past. That didn't happen on any of the Nike shoes. So the Nikes were good, except the sole fell apart on the Alpha Flies. And when I think about it, I only ran probably less than 100 miles or 160 kilometers. I've done 2 marathons in the Alpha Fly, Valencia and Dublin. I did the Dublin half marathon, the 10 mile, and the Raheny 5k or 5 mile. And I think I did the Dunshaughlin 10k. So what's that? That's, yeah, in around 100 miles, maybe just shy of 160 kilometers in total. But they were actually, I shouldn't really count them because they were on the shoe. I should have brought them in. But on the shoe, around this point on the shoe, on the Nike, that had split. I noticed it on the bus on the way into Dublin that it was split, but kind of what could I do? I was going to wear them that day anyway. And then I just wore them a day afterwards, just to do, or a couple of days after I was doing a run. I thought I'll put them on to see how it feels that that had split. And while I was running in that run, the sole completely came off. All the kind of the grip part came off, and it was a little bit wet. And when my foot would hit the ground, I actually almost fell over a couple of times wearing them. So I just thought, you know what, I'm just done with them. So I bought the Adidas Pro 4. Wearing these today, they felt really nice, really comfortable. I absolutely love the colour, but they feel really comfortable. No aches, no pains, no sense that I was going to get a blister. So yeah, so far these are great. And like I said, I've worn a good few Adidas over the last 5 years. And I don't know why I didn't switch to these sooner. I'm really glad I made the decision. Yeah, and I'm definitely, when I buy my shoes for next year, my kind of in and out everyday shoe, it's definitely going to be the Adidas SL, just a €150 one. I'm going to get that instead of any other shoe. I might buy another pair of Puma DV because I really like them this year. But for the marathon, this is going to be the one that I wear. This is the one that I really like at the moment, and yeah, I'm quite looking forward to it. That's pretty much it for this video, guys. The next time I'm on will probably be in Valencia. I'll do a live feed this week in Valencia if I can. So I don't know, I'll have to get set up, I'll have to find out or get to my accommodation on the Friday when I arrive there. I'm hoping to get to the expo on Friday, pick up my number, and I get to the accommodation. And if the Wi-Fi signal's pretty good, then I'll jump on, I'll do a live feed, I'll have a chat. But I will be vlogging my way around anyway. Yeah, and if you notice me, if you see me walking around with the camera talking in Valencia, either at the expo, or I know a load of people who are going, so I'm actually really looking forward to it. It's going to be great meeting up with some people there. I've arranged to meet some people on the Friday night and then on Saturday morning for a little shakeout run, so it's going to be really cool. Yeah, I'm super excited, I'm really looking forward to it. So like I said, if you see me over there, give me a shout, come over and say hi. If I'm talking the video and you want to get in the vlog, just pop your head in and say hello. Anyway, between now and Valencia, guys, you know what to do. Run far, run fast, and most of all, run sensible.